In the previous tutorial, /post/rust tutorial Serde/, we learned Serde for serialization. Now we use those skills to make HTTP requests with Reqwest, the most popular HTTP client in Rust. Let's break it down. Your first GET request. GET is a convenience function. It creates a temporary client, sends a GET request, and returns the response. Notice there are two await points. 1. Parsing JSON responses. Most APIs return JSON. Use .json to parse directly into a Rust struct. The .json method uses Serde's deserialize trait. Field names must match the JSON keys, or use Serde rename. The request client for production code. Create a request client and reuse it. The client manages a connection pool, which is much more efficient than creating a new connection for each request. Create the client once at startup and share it across your application. It is clone and thread safe. Get with query parameters. Add query parameters with .query. The .query method URL encodes the parameters automatically. Post requests with JSON. Send JSON data with .json. The .json method on the request builder serializes your struct and sets the content type. Application/JSON header automatically. Other post body types. Custom headers. Add headers to your request. For headers on every request, set them on the client builder. Checking response status. Always check the status code before processing the response. Error _for status. Convert non-success status codes into errors. Timeouts. Set timeouts to avoid hanging on slow servers. If the timeout is reached, you get a request error with is_timeout equals true. Error handling for production code. Create a custom error type using this error. From the previous tutorial, /post/rust tutorial error handling advanced / the from attribute lets the operator convert request error into API error automatically. Building an API client. Here is how you structure an API client in a real application. Key patterns. Store the client in a struct and reuse it. Set default headers and timeouts on the client builder. Use a base URL to avoid repeating it. Return result with a custom error type. Match on status codes for different error handling. Put, patch, and delete other HTTP methods work the same way. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Creating a new client for each request. Mistake 2. Not setting timeouts. Mistake 3. Ignoring status codes.